way to shine. I done did so much that when you see you might go blind. What's done in the dark will always find a way to shine. I done did so much that when you see you might go blind.
What's up, good people? Welcome to yet another episode of Tubonge on the Black Hot Fire Network, media of the 21st century. Kama kawaida, I'm one lady short, but Mr. is back, Son is back. Yeah, you can join us on all our social handles, baby. What are the social handles?
Okay, we are live and interactive on Instagram at Black Hot Fire Network, Twitter at Black Hot Fire Network, on Facebook at Black Hot Fire Network, also on WhatsApp, we are live and interactive on WhatsApp.
Yeah, 0705. Katie, you just kind of buy a studio marker was there.
328 488.
Yes.
0705 328 488.
WhatsApp number. The audacity. For a whole goddamn month.
Yes, so
A
whole year.
And she's beginning. She's always throwing you under the bus by telling you like, ni wanna changing number. Ni wanna change.
Anakuanga
change tu ni mara moja.
But anyway. We're also live on our radio, by the way, to all those who'd love to listen to us via the radio station. All you have to do is go to Google Play Store, download the Black Hot Fire Network application, and you get to hear us loud and clear.
Yeah, with us in the house today as well is Demore, who's becoming part of the furniture.
Yes, welcome to the show, guys. Niliwaambia kitu ya swala
Hata sijadi introduce bado. I was just giving
handles.
I'm so poor. So welcome.
Imagine you introducing yourself to your father-in-law. How do you do it?
I am the son.
I am the son-in-law.
No, you do this. I'm so glad to hear that we have the same name, Daddy. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, so welcome, guys. We will learn a lot
about how to introduce yourself to your father-in-law. So that is Demore with his introduction. Kama kawaida, our producer.
Yes, so welcome, my people. Oh,
our producer.
Hey, okay, what?
The audacity.
What producer?
The audacity.
Slam dunk producer.
The audacity.
Hey.
But anyway, family, karibuni sana. I hope you guys are doing amazing. My name is Joby, to the first-time listeners and viewers, and of course, you're listening to Tubonge. It's all about talking, speak the real shit.
This is the platform where we talk about everything and anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So karibuni, enjoy the show. And of course, keep it interactive. And shout out to everyone on the radio station and on YouTube. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Yeah, so karibuni.
Yes, welcome, my people. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great on this wonderful Wednesday. And also, I hope you're getting to enjoy our shows as we continue getting to the end of our day for today. But anyway, kindly get to interact with us. My name is Katie. Do remember, as I told you, we are live on every social platform. We are live on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, where else? Rambo, and also on our radio station. Get to interact with us to Ambie. What are you doing today? How are you feeling today? Because this is Tubonge. You just get to talk.
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Demore, can you match that?
Haiwezi.
Pressure makes diamond. You know. Listen. It went like this. Joby. And then Katie went like, Then I'm like, man, I'm so happy I'm not in that seat, man. I'd also be lost for words. But yeah, it's the one and only Camlish. Apparently we are poor with introductions as well. We'll be here. We are here. For the next 2 hours, we want to be talking to you about domestic violence. Kupigana nyumbani. wife beating, husband beating, wife stabbing, husband stabbing. Because I saw a story, right? And it was happening right in our backyard. Okay? This man had a curfew, not imposed by the government, but by the wife. The wife had given her husband a curfew.
The local government. Local government,
and he better be home by 6, no later than. You know, and at first, you hear these stories and you think it's a joke. This man gets home at 6:36. Guess what happens?
He gets stabbed.
He gets stabbed. And just to make it even worse, she stabs the kids too.
I'm wondering where does the children come in their fight, you know?
Well, ask the woman. Because the kids died, the husband is recuperating.
She's a
So is
murderer.
the wife.
The wife is recuperating.
She also tried to commit suicide.
Yeah, she was trying to kill herself.
That is so sad, man. Like, just because 36 minutes makes you change the entire course of your life. Like, they were probably headed to some success. Now she's probably going to jail. Kids is dead. This nigga out here with a phobia of women. Sasa anakuwa nyongis. Huh? Just out here self-juice. Which is so sad, man. Like, as we start this conversation, I want to get your views, starting with Joby. What are your views about domestic violence? What do you think is the cause of such extreme relationships?
One, I think it will come from trauma. Trauma of
being cheated on.
You being beaten. Take us back to where Africans, we believe correcting by beating someone is the only way you'll have to make them listen to you. You know, not even in in marriages, we're speaking even in every aspect. Like for you to be able to solve a solution or a problem solving,
violence must be
it's
involved.
Violence, you know.
Yep.
And we go wrong that way. It's not the way. I believe there are other ways to approach matters, but I think it comes from trauma. One, of you being physically abused, because there is the type of beating.
So in this case I've given, who's the traumatized one?
It could be either the guy, woman. Or in this case it's the woman.
Okay.
It's the woman.
Because how do you give a man a curfew? And how do you stab him plus kill your kids? Make it make sense, people.
And for me, it doesn't even make sense, because insecurity could not even push you to an extent of killing your own children. She's just a murderer. There's nothing we can say to just justify her act. But I think now when we talk about domestic violence, is domestic violence the same as marital conflict?
No, conflict can exist.
Is something different.
Conflict can exist without violence. You don't necessarily need violence in conflict. You can have a conflict, intellectual conflict.
Okay. What I think about now domestic violence, I feel like this is something, I don't think that you just wake up and decide to beat up a person, or rather kill a person. This is something that you've seen being done somewhere. It is something that maybe when you were being brought up, you saw this happening and you thought, oh, this is right. So when my wife misbehaves, I can do this. When my husband does this, I can do this to him. And it is crazy, because right now, you know, Kitambo, there was this narrative of it is only women who are being beaten by men. But right now, it has turned out differently. Women are beating men. Women are killing men. And it is crazy.
Look at Nyeri. Nobody even wants women from Nyeri anymore.
Yeah, napita nayo.
Look, but parental advisory. Do not, as a man, try Nyeri women. You will lose your transformer or your life.
Hadi wewe cheza ni hadi mimi mnicheze nitakuongoa.
you hear what we're dealing with. Huh? In this day and age, she jokes about transformers being plucked off the system. How do we step down or step up the electric current without a transformer? We become unregulated. That is when you see men prone to violence. Okay? Because truth be told, man. Let me read this story first. Because I want to, as reported, the wife, Christine Karimi, stabbed her husband, Mr. Rogers Andere, 3 times before killing her 2 kids and later on tried to take her own life in Ongata Ronga. After an argument arose when the husband allegedly arrived past curfew hours set by the wife. I mean...
But why does this man allow to be like, hey, anyway, this one is hard.
You see what I keep telling people this? Actually, marry a girl that likes you, not the girl you like.
So,
okay? A girl that likes you will never stab you. She will never kill your kids. This is a man that found a bunch of toxic waste of a human being, okay, grouped together into cells, and decided, I want to keep this toxic waste. And what does the toxic waste do? Corrodes him to death. Almost. Anyway, the more.
I'll agree with Joby. The main, if you look at, I'm not sure if the data is correct, but I think in Africa is more prone to, people in Africa are more prone to gender-based violence. Right?
Yeah.
That is because of how we were brought up. We were brought up in a corporal punishment one.
True.
So you find that tunaoranga in everything that you do, if you want to correct someone, you have to use force.
Violence.
Yeah, so it's the upbringing for me. And also the other thing is, there's something that I always say. You know, unaona ile time you are about to marry someone, you want to get married to someone, you go for those tests, mnaenanga mnapimwa sijui what. There's one thing that people should also normalize doing, checking personality tests. You see, there are people
What do you mean personality tests?
There are people with different personalities. There are personalities that can never match. For example, you find that, you find an extroverted person, very extroverted, marrying a very introverted person. They'll always be conflicts.
No, I think that one works. Opposites attract.
But you have to look at the margin of the difference, because also the other reason for gender-based violence that I think is actually the key is, you look at especially women. Women are attracted to certain
bad boys.
The dark triad, you know those three personalities, the narcissist, psychopaths, and Machiavellianism. The women are attracted to
demonized men.
Yeah, women are attracted to those. If you are a nice guy, you'll never get a good woman. So
not a lie.
So you see, so the fact that they are attracted to those kind of personalities, they are the same kind of personalities that come to hurt them later.
Katie, do you like a narcissist of a man?
No, I like a toxic man. Like I feel like I attract toxic men. I don't know why.
So does that say something about you?
Probably. But
so what do you like about toxic men?
I don't like them. I just
you attract them.
Yes, I attract toxic men. I don't know why.
This is the same toxic man who will slap the shit out of you.
Yeah, imagine. I just attract, like, even if you go like back to the people I've maybe tried to have a thing with, they are just toxic.
Make it make sense.
Can't handle toxic.
So how do you handle them?
I just become toxic. We become toxic together. So.
And how does that go?
It's a toxic relationship.
Toxic environment.
It goes very well if you balance the toxicity.
So how is it balanced? Like, that's what I'm curious about. Because that is so true. You can find two really toxic people that get along.
Yes, because you see, like for me, I have been dating this guy. He's very toxic. Akipole kama unanisikia, by the way, lakini ujue unakuanga mtoxic hata unajua. But anyway, I've been dating this guy, so he's very toxic, and then he has this disease, OCD. So like okay, I also have OCD, but now you find yes, I have OCD as well. Like I'll see something and it's not pleasing me, itanisumbua hadi naeza pata goosebumps, you see. So I like we used to argue a lot about even making the bed. He comes and tells me, umetandika kitanda hivi, I don't love it the way you have done it, and also I don't love the way he has done it. So the best option was tukue tunakunja sheets, sawa, the blanket tunatandika two sheets, and then we just kunja the sheet, we leave it there, you see. And yes, you just find out like
right, Katie. What's going on, Negroes?
What's up, Keith?
Katie, you were too young to be in a relationship, as I tried to teach you, but your parents
Yeah,
didn't teach you that. I argued with you 2 years ago in Tanzania. I told you no, but you didn't want to listen to that. And what the young man is saying is
I'm not
absolutely,
a
he's
joker.
correct this time.
Yeah.
What the young man is saying is absolutely correct. He's talking about women and men. Women do not like nice men. You have to understand a woman's if a woman can dominate you, she will never respect you.
Yeah.
You need to know that.
Yeah.
And he's right. He's right. That's your nature, Katie. The reason why you're getting toxic men, because that's the vibe that you're putting out. It's not, the canvas is actually wrong. You don't, opposite do not attract. And that's the lie we give away. Opposites attract, we attract. No, we don't. Attract the enemy. What we are. We attract who we are, sadly enough. If you fucked up, you're attracting fucked up people. It's just that simple. If you're all fucked up, that's what you're attracting, Katie. So you got to work on yourself, young lady, to raise your vibration, attract what you think you desire. What you think you deserve in life. It means you think you deserve fucked up people. That's why you're getting fucked up people. But it's right about men. You do not put women on pedestals and all this other shit, because a woman's nature is a black widow. She will devour your ass if you allow her to. Women only respect strength. That's why women don't like weak men. You gotta understand the nature of men and women. We are different in polarity. So if you that's why a simp will always get taken advantage of.
Yep.
Women will not respect him. They're gonna say, oh, this motherfucker's a simp. So now let me go and start disrespecting. I'm sorry, that's the way it is, Katie. I wish it was not, but that's the way nature is. I'm not the creator of the universe. That young boy, that young man, when he's right, he's right. If he's wrong, I'll come out and say, son, you're right. He's right.
I was waiting for that.
He's right.
Yeah. Keith, what are the statistics of domestic violence in the U.S.?
It's high. It's high because now it's high now because you've been raised by Europe. The Europeans that got control of the planet, they believe in corporal punishment. So they've destroyed the mind of African people globally. That we need. Like I try to teach you guys. You guys don't use, when you have discipline is supposed to have. It's about changing the behavior, create right behavior. So you whipping and beating on somebody doesn't change behavior. You're destroying the person. You're destroying them. You're also really destroying yourself when you gotta beat and whip and all that other shit. Because and then also you give that in your goofy religions. Spare the rod, spoil the child. You give me some shit by barbarians. White people are barbarians, morons. Don't study their history. They're barbaric. They come from caves. You now following barbarous people. You were the enlightened people. You didn't whip and beat your children. You go back and learn that African people didn't beat and whip. There wasn't wars in Africa. We wasn't whipping and beating on our women. No, because we knew that's barbaric. We were a higher vibratory people. We didn't believe in beating, whipping, and how is beating you going to change your behavior? Does not. What you implement is right. Is right behavioral conduct. I had to learn that. I grew up getting beat and shit. Like, God damn, what's all these beatings? How
do you think all that violence shaped you?
It fucked me up. I was angry for so long. I was so angry. I had to come to terms with it. I was an angry young man. I was angry. I was being a lot of fights. I like to fuck people up. I was always angry. I didn't understand why I had so much rage. My mother said, "Keith, you're gonna deal with that rage. That rage is gonna eat you up." I was so rageful. And that's probably why I abused so many women. Didn't hit them, hurt them. I was so like I didn't care if I destroyed you. So what? So what? Yeah, I lied. So what? Yeah, I'm sexing your friend. So what? You know, I was just, you know, I was so
what?
much
I'm doing your friend dirty. So what?
Yeah, I was, you know, I was so angry. I didn't understand the rage because, see, it's different between just being whipped. I was abused. My father abused me as a child. You know, when they divorced, it seems like when you really deal with abuse, when you have, like my father had a bunch of children, I had a bunch of siblings, it's like the abuse only focuses on one child for some reason. So I was a child that was focused on all that abuse. You know, he almost killed me a few times, and police came and got me, took me out the house, and all kind of shit. It just was wicked. You know, he apologized later on in life. You know, he apologized. He was fucked up. You know, he apologized later on in life.
Police?
Huh?
Police?
No, yeah.
Like he beat you that bad that police had to get involved, man.
Yeah, I almost died. I come from an abusive household. My father, yeah, he almost killed me. I was in the hospital, he lied. Yeah, they almost murdered me. Not one time, a couple times, almost murdered me. I was taken out of the home. I was so happy to get the fuck out of the house, but I was scared. I said, when they come back and get me, they're gonna beat me again. They took me into foster care because, you know, my father being a coon ass nigga that he was, he remarried a white woman. That's how you know you fucked up in their head as a people. He married a racist white woman, right? A racist white woman. He got black kids, and he marries a racist. And
that's hilarious. So how did she treat him?
I'm about to tell you. Her ex-husband was an open racist. He refused to come in the house, right? Her ex-husband, because she had kids too. He said, "I'm not coming in the house with those niggas." And I was like thinking, why the fuck? I'm looking at him as a child. What kind of man would do some shit like this? What kind of coon ass nigga would do some fuck nigga shit like this? So anyway, oh yeah, she was abusive. So she was mentally abusive. So one day, imagine me I was 11 years old, coming home from school, right?
Yeah.
I was coming home from school, and she said, "You can't come in the house." I was like, "What are you talking about?" "Yeah, me and your dad decide you can't come home." Now I'm 11 years old. What the fuck am I supposed to? At that time, we lived out in the suburbs. So I was far away from Los Angeles, about 40 miles east of LA. So I couldn't go to no family members' house. I was a child, right? So I couldn't. With no cell phones to call nobody. Hey, I'm fucked up out here. So where the fuck am I supposed to go at? I'm 11 years old, right? I'm 11. I'm scared, so it's night. I'm scared. I don't know what the fuck to do. I can't go home. And that's why I had this argument. This leads me to a place like that in cars that, well, let me just do this. So I'm scared. I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to sleep at the night? It's dark, it's scary. So I went to some friends' neighborhood, right? And they had like this big ass bush. I said, I'll be safe under this bush, right?
Damn.
So I went to sleep underneath this bush, and Lord behold, I don't know how my younger brother found me. He came out the house. How he found me, this had been an act of the Creator. Because he found me that night. He snuck out the house. He said, "Keith, you under there?" I said, "How the fuck you know I'm underneath this goddamn bush?" And I was 11, so that made him 9. He said, I'm going to bring you some food. Keith. I'm going to sit in the morning. I'm going to let you in to take a shower. when they go to work, I'm gonna sneak you in. You take a shower and change your clothes and stuff. I'm gonna bring you some food tomorrow. I said, man, how the fuck you know I was out here, Eric? He said, man, I don't even know, man. Some just told me some just woke me up, told me to come to this bush. I was like, what? This is crazy. So, anyway, my brother, so this was like 3 or 4 nights, right? 3 or 4 nights. So he told the neighbor's house who I was sleeping under. So I was so embarrassed, because he wanted me to be safe. So he told the people's mother that I was sleeping in their fucking bushes and shit, right? And so my brother had let out food for me underneath this bush. And then that night when I went back there to go to sleep, they had a flashlight. They were like, Keith, come from out. I was so embarrassed, I didn't know what to do. Keith, come out of that bush, come out of there. I tried to hide like I wasn't even up in that bitch. I was like, oh no. I was like, I was all messing. Why did my brother tell? Why did he do this? And so then that was the second time the police came. Because that was abandonment of a child. But to make a long story short, because we ended up moving to DC. My mom had moved across the country, moved from Los Angeles to the DC area, the DMV area, the capital area, because she got a job with the federal government, with the Customs Department. So years later, when I was going to college, because I had all this anger in me. I was angry. Even when I was selling dope, I didn't give a fuck. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck about fucking all. Fuck that shit. Give me my goddamn money. I was so angry. I know I was filled with a lot of rage, and I didn't care about people. I didn't care about poisoning my people. Just give me the goddamn money. So when I went to college, and my mother had called me and said, you know what, your father wants to talk to me. What the fuck you want to talk to me about? What the fuck is you talking about? I said, Keith, I told him you weren't going to want to talk to him, but he asked me to give you your number. And I wanted to make sure it's all right with you if I give him your number. I said, I don't know what we're going to talk about. You give that motherfucker my number, but it ain't going to be nice, Mom. It ain't going to be nothing nice. Ain't going to be nothing nice this motherfucker calling me. So, later on the day, he called me. He's like, yeah, Keith, I've talked to you for a while. You right? I said, man, what the fuck you want, nigga? Fuck you calling me for? Fuck you want? Oh, I'm not gonna let you disrespect me. I said, nigga, hang up the phone then, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? Hang up the phone then, nigga. Fuck is you talking about? If you don't like me talking to you, hang up the motherfucking phone, nigga. You called me. Fuck is you talking about? You're not gonna have me disrespecting you. Hang up the phone, nigga. He said, well, just calm down, I said, you and your white bitch was beating me, fucking me up, starving me. The fuck is you calling me about? Well, she ended up dying. She died of AIDS. I started laughing. I said, what? That raggedy bitch died of AIDS? Couldn't happen to a nicer bitch. Couldn't happen to a nicer bitch, a wicked ass bitch. So he's like, oh my God, Keith, how could you be so evil, so mean? I said, wait, hang up.
Wait, Keith, wait.
Yeah.
She died of AIDS?
That's what he told me. I can't clarify this shit. I ain't like go to bitch, or nothing. I don't know. That's what he told me. I said, damn, nigga, do you got AIDS? And you all fucked up too? No, I got checked. She was cheating on me. I said, that's what your stupid ass get. What you give a marrying white people, fucking moron. So I was just all abused. You fucking moron. You're supposed to be sad because your white bitch died, nigga. And that's what I was saying, nigga, at that time. Because I haven't learned to stop saying nigga. And I stopped saying it for like 30 years. I said, you think I'm supposed to be sad that your white bitch died, nigga? You calling me for some sympathy? I wish they dig that bitch up and shoot her in the head, nigga. Fuck is you calling me? You looking for some sympathy from me?
I understand why you are angry as a young person. As a young man, I get it. Like, you go through certain things like that at an early age, like 11, you're definitely going to be angry at a later stage of life.
Yeah, I had to learn to let it go because I had to learn. I was running because I didn't want to be violent. I said, damn, this kind of anger, I have kids.
It consumes you.
Yeah, it's exactly right, Candace. It consumes you. And it did consume me. And not even knowing at that young age, 19, 18, 19, you don't really know that you're consumed by that hate. I was consumed by that hate. I was consumed. So I had to have constructive outlet to learn to say, I had to learn to let it, in family, this is true even for Joby. You ain't gotta let them back in your life. You gotta learn to forgive. And this for you. This is for you. You got to forgive the people that have hurt you. You ain't gotta bring them back in your life and let them hurt you again. But for your own mental health, you must forgive the people that hurt you. Because my healing had to go through learning how, because I had to learn that everything is a process of someone's childhood. So I had to go back and study my father's childhood. And that's what allowed me to, forgive him, because his childhood was all fucked with his grandmother and all them. They were all, just, like Joby's show. I looked at Joby's show today. It's so real. They were so much self-hate. Growing up, in America, you grow up, come out of slavery, the hatred. So he grew up in a house where they hated black, and these are black people, hated black people, hated themselves, and you have that vicious anti-black hatred within you. You raise your children in that filth, and so that's why he was such a coon, anything white people did, he bend over backwards, and show his teeth and scrape and smile, and I forget, he said, look at this white man, he said, you know why your father's one of the best lawyers in LA? I was gonna say something good. He said, you know why your father's one of the best lawyers, highest paid lawyers in LA? I said, why? Because he does everything white people tell his ass to do. I'm like, damn.
Damn.
He does everything white people tell him to do, no matter good or bad, because his mind was already captured because of the way he was raised. So, so that's why. So I knew I had to take care of that. I would have been violent to the girlfriends and to my children, and I was so afraid of having children. I said, man, I don't want to treat my children the way I got treated. I was so afraid of abusing my children, and that scared the living hell out of me. I said, and if I deal with this anger, I'm going to be abusive because it's in me. I'm going to be abusive. I'm going to be, because I didn't really care. To be honest about, I was so careless with women and their feelings. I was so reckless, and the young man is right. The more reckless I was, the more good women came to me. Yep. The more reckless and vile I was, the best I would have the best women, the most respected, loving. I mean, fucked up a lot, just good women. I mean, really good women. The more vile and fucked up I was, sadly enough. Yep. But you're supposed to take that and then, flip it and then, bring them into your life and then learn how to, be a good man. Yep. The more vile, he's right, the more vile I was, the more insensitive I was. That attracted the best women. I always had the best women. And, and I was never no good. I always had the best. I always had the best women. Best. God damn. Because I didn't understand it at that time. I understand the nature of women and all. I just knew, how am I getting all these good ass women? This shit crazy. These women people die for. Shit. So, but yeah, we're going, guys, I want to dominate the whole conversation.
And that's true, because if you look at how you grow up, is basically what you become. You can't teach what you don't do, right?
True.
And you look at, there's a study here of East African countries, and Uganda has the highest rate of domestic violence at 14.93%. 14.93%, either sexual or physical.
I'd agree, because my mom was married to a Ugandan. And she used to be beaten like no man's business.
Yeah.
And actually, apart from even the childhood trauma of you being physically abused, I was also to add, I think what you now see, like what you grew up seeing, I've seen most of the men, they want to grow up also the same way, because your father figure showed you the only way to correct a woman is by you beating her. So you reflect the same thing, because that's all you grew up seeing. Like, there's no respect for women, there is no respect for, you just need to slap the shit out of them. But
Joby's very right. I lived in Kampala for a few months a few years ago, and one of the reasons for gender violence, especially gender-based violence, is the societal norms.
Mhm.
So in Uganda, if you look at Uganda, the women in Uganda are supposed to be so submissive. Like,
Yeah.
they are so submissive.
Yeah.
Literally.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because of that societal norm where they have to be submissive,
Yeah.
they can't answer.
Good women.
They have to kneel when giving food. You know that?
Good women.
That's not a myth, it's something
We
that
should
I've
have seen that coming
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Who was to say something crazy?
Now listen.
But now
Just
why do I
imagine
need
a
to
woman
kneel?
that kneels to serve you food.
You ain't
So
God.
what I'm trying to
I don't wanna say-
I'm never going
I don't
to
want to
kneel.
subjugate my woman, Camus.
It's not subjugation, it's
listen,
respect.
Kamlesh, what I'm trying to drive at is
That's
if this
why
woman
you
is
not kneeling to her then too. If it's respect, why is it reciprocal? Okay, if she's kneeling to me before me, okay, cool. Then am I supposed to reciprocate that by kneeling to her?
Listen.
personally, I don't know a woman kneeling at me. I'm not God. So you know, and you know this thing is you know this the fact that she has to kneel, the fact that she's this submissive means even if I abuse her, she's most probably not going to. She'll take it.
Because what happens is, in such societies, you find that she's way more afraid of going back home to her parents and
True.
telling her,
True.
I've been abused, because they'll tell her, hey, go back, make your marriage work.
Yep.
Okay?
That's right.
And you find that,
Go back and get fucked up some more.
Yeah.
and you see, the thing is, that is submission taken to negative extremes. There is positive extremes.
that
and
is
Keith,
that is
and
too much.
Keith, just to answer you, okay?
Okay.
Let me keep this very scientific. During fellatio, the woman kneels. The man never kneels. You're advised not to even offer oral fellatio. Or is that like contradictory?
I'm saying, if it's gonna be reciprocal, if you got society
Now,
based
Keith,
on equality.
Kamlesh, do you
can't
want
be
your
about
woman
domination.
kneel?
Yes.
You
Yes.
Does she kneel for you?
no.
Does she kneel for you? She
That
doesn't.
is why I need me a Uganda.
You want a woman to kneel for you, but she won't. You don't make your wife kneel for you right now.
She's
So
Kenyan.
What's wrong
Oh,
with being Kenyan?
we're Africans.
Kenyans are crazy. Listen.
It's a lie.
What we know is, this is the truth. Kenyan women are crazy.
Wongo.
First of all, they are stabbing their husbands and giving them curfews. That is laziness. Okay? They are killing their kids.
No, to a point that you're being given a curfew by your wife.
I
It
don't
means
do- I don't
that
care what you're doing
Yes,
outside
wow,
there. You
my
go,
It's
come
the
back and
society that they
one.
grow. It's the societal restraint. It has nothing to do with them being Kenyan or Uganda. Because those women genetically are the same. It's the society that they found themselves growing up in
And then
that causes their behavior. But men, of course, are always going to like to be catered to.
Of course. Of course. Kid.
If you're a strong man, Camus, you don't want your babies growing up seeing you dominating their mother. You don't want your daughters to be. I don't want my daughters on her goddamn knees serving no fucking man. Not my babies, not my baby girls. I want them in a relation where they're respected and they're respected for their intelligence and their submissiveness. I'm not gonna let you come in there and put my daughter on no motherfucker on her knees serving you. I'll come and knock their motherfucking ass out.
Look, listen. This is what you all don't understand. Some of these girls like that.
We've seen Kenyans honest, yeah. We've seen Kenyans trying to pretend.
Really don't ask when they can't be subjugated to
Kenyans are trying to pretend to be also doing the same. Nadia Muhammad.
That's like the dumbass Arabs and Saudi Arabia. Our women like to be fucked up. Our women like not to drive. Our women like, then you find out that's all a lie. The women wanted to drive. The women didn't want to always be watched by a man or they.
No, key.
Let me interject here. Okay, I was going to the first Iraqi war. Right? I was going to war. All that bullshit.
Yo,
Big
kid.
ass war. Going to. Hold on, let me say
This
this.
man has done a whole lot with his life. Like, you've been to war, my guy.
In Iraq.
In Iraq.
So I was going to Iraq. I was in Japan. I had to go to Iraq. And my mom was like, "Oh, baby, you gotta go to Iraq." And shit, I said, "Ain't nobody killing me. I don't want. I ain't just thinking I was still mean." I said, don't nobody bring their kids around me. You know, the Iraqis been putting kids with bombs. I said, I'll shoot a kid in the motherfucking head. It won't bother me. You won't have me. Oh, I'm troubled in the middle of the night. As long as I'm surviving, goddammit, I don't give a fuck. I'm killing at will. But anyway, before we got over there, we had to go to Saudi Arabia. That's where one of the military bases were at. So we was in town, and they had like a pizza, American Pizza Hut, a pizza shop. So it's being a bunch of friends of ours. I didn't know the customs. How the hell do I know they?
What did you do, Keith? Keith, what did you do?
Okay, this lady was wrapped up in all that goofy Arab shit, all covered up in that shit. I said, oh, let me ask this broad, and I'm all disrespect. I said, hey, fella, let me ask this broad right here. She might know where the pizza joint at. So I went over there and I read I said, hey, excuse me, ma'am, you speak English? Yes, of course I speak English. I said, hey, cool. You know where the pizza hut at? The American pizza joint at is over this joint? He said, I'm really not supposed to be speaking to you. Like, what? I thought it was a racial shit. I said, what? Oh, because I'm black?
Nah, because you're American.
No, because I'm a man. I didn't know that. I said, what, because I'm black? Fuck is you talking about? You're not supposed to be speaking to me. Just tell me where the goddamn pizza joint is, broad. What's wrong with you? She said, well, the pizza thing is good. She started lifting her hand over there. And then before I knew it, these guys came from nowhere and started beating on her body with these sticks.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? So we grabbed. I said, man, what the fuck is you doing? I'm in a foreign country. I don't even know. I grabbed this. What the fuck are you doing beating on this woman like this? I didn't know that they wasn't allowed to speak to no man
without supervision from a relative, a male relative.
Yeah, but after permission of a man, not just a real man, whether it be their sons or their husbands.
Yep.
Yeah, but how the hell? I don't know nothing. I didn't know none of that. So I grabbed this. I said, what the hell you beat this lady for? Cause she do. All she do was give me directions to get some damn pizza. What the hell's going on? So we got back to base, right? And our commanding officer said, hey, don't you ever touch any of these security officers from beating their women. I was like, what? He was beating on them for getting directions. That's their custom. They're not allowed to talk to any man outside their family members without permission.
Yep.
Not to give directions, not to do nothing.
Nothing.
I was like, what?
Yep.
That just, I blew my, like, what?
Yep.
I'm like, what?
They're not supposed to.
I know, I didn't know that, Cameras. I'm young, so he said, you almost caused an international incident. Don't ever do it again.
Dang.
You're on town back to court. You don't talk to women unless their husband or their sons are bothered, and you talk to the man first. Asking, can you have permission to speak to this woman? I was like, man, this shit's fucking crazy. And I was like, I said, damn, at that time it wasn't the 21st century, it was the 20th century. I said, it's the 20th century. What the fuck? What kind of backward ass shit is this? I said, God damn. And I know the women weren't allowed to drive. They couldn't go nowhere without a man. They weren't allowed to move freely around the country, go to the store without a man. I said, this is fucking crazy. Imagine being born in this bullshit.
Actually, for yeah, they don't have certain rights, but I feel like to some extent the bubble that Arab women live in is very conducive for women without the violence. Let's get rid of the violence. But the way Arab families protect their women, it's because, listen, Keith, listen, they understand the nature of men, okay, and especially their men, because they're very grabby. You get? So how do I make sure I don't have to go kill somebody from that family because they did something dumb?
Well, you're talking about.
I secure you, and I tell you, do not talk to any man.
Who they are. I can't do it. You're never going to who they are as being humanized animals. That's why, see, they tell you that the cave, all that old dumb shit, it didn't come from the river. They always dressing their women in that before they got their groupie religion. That's not that to do respect with their fake God.
Nah, but Keith, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
Say to you because they didn't want. They're afraid of other people seeing a woman. We got African women with that groupie shit on all over Africa. Not even your culture.
Let me ask you a question, Keith.
Raping no women, so we didn't have women dressed all fucked up in that groupie shit.
Keith, listen. Let me ask you this. Keith, let me ask you this. Would you rather have your daughter wearing a burqa or have your daughter in a thong in the street?
What's that being extreme?
Because exactly, because those are the two options. Those are the two options that are being sold to society. There is a middle ground. There is a middle ground, but that middle ground has been eroded.
You went completely to the extreme.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'd rather have my child respecting her body and dressing decently than telling her, hey, it's okay to be out here in the streets wearing a thong. Because men will remain to be men.
But you know,
okay.
if your daughter is walking in the streets wearing a thong, it should project on you also.
Yes.
Yeah, they are bringing.
They are bringing and everything, yeah. And that's what happens when you have when you're too laxed as a parent, when you do not provide.
As men, since you are the majority, we got no choice. We're not the majority. You guys are the majority, so you are the functioning of society. When you have grown-ass African men that don't even protect their own goddamn women.
So to what extent?
You got Kenyans telling the Saudi Arabians it was okay to rape their women. That's an act of goddamn war.
Listen, Keith, listen. Let me ask you a question. So to what extent do we protect? We're not allowed to, apparently, okay? We need to protect our women. But they also want freedom. They don't want to be told what to do, what to wear, how to. You know why if a man actually likes you, he'll never let you go out looking indecent or looking like a hoe.
Of course, that's his job as a man.
Okay. So any minute, like, because how a woman dresses says a lot about her.
About her, yeah.
No, like
how a woman dresses says a lot about her upbringing
and values and the family she comes from. Because this, if you, men are very simple beings. Where we like.
So what Cameron says actually true. We taking the match. So is Joby showed a video that this young African American girl was walking almost halfway butt fucking naked.
Yep.
But naked out this bitch, and the man said, "Hey sister, go home and put some clothes on. Do you see how you dress? This is disrespectful." She didn't understand it was disrespectful with her titties out, her ass out. And then the guy turned a little Arab man and said, "You wouldn't allow this in your country." What he said, "No, we wouldn't allow this shit." She be beat, right? And then and the black girl didn't have no concept that she was even wrong for being out in the streets half fucking naked. What are you talking about? How's this wrong? How's this whatever? Because they have taken the man out of the house in America. And that's what these people want to do globally. That's true. You have a man in the house, you know, when you're not teaching your daughters about self-respect. Young lady, you don't do this because men will look at you a certain way, whether fair or not. You must have respect for yourself. You don't be out here showing your ass. You don't be on social media, you know, busting it open for everybody. That's disrespectful to you as a woman. Once you lose disrespect in yourself, no one will ever respect you again. You need to understand that the value, integrity of yourself, of your image. You must respect your image. I look at anybody busted open on Instagram.
Keith, how does the saying go? How does the saying go? If you wear a hoe's uniform, I can't differentiate you from a hoe. If you dress like a hoe and I see you and I treat you like a hoe, and then you're like, "Hey, I ain't a hoe." Well, why are you wearing a hoe's uniform, man? Okay, if you want to be treated decently, dress decently. Cause and you'll see a woman like dressed so decently, looking feminine and just like that one is nice. You see, like and you don't look at it like you respectfully lust over her. You get what I mean? You don't like, I can hit it over there behind the tree.
She's got her shit together. She's looking professionally. She's dressed in a manner that's still sexy, but it is appropriate. It's appropriate. You know, I don't want my motherfucking kid or no woman dressing at her job shit. Crazy ass. You know, your culture's so fucked up. That's how you know you as men you fucked up, and we cover head to toe and that shit, walk around like this. I'm in my jaw. You walking around like this. You walk around like this, nigga. Hey. Hey, goddammit.
Turtle. But
Nasema anataka hataki kuona, and then bado anataka hataki mtu avae hijab.
Hataki hijab. You know, he's contradicting himself, but it's okay. So what do you think are some of the causes of domestic violence in Africa, Kenya, Eastern Africa, in the world? What do you, Joby?
It's Africa itself, because not just in East Africa, it's Africa-wide. Because you got the same.
What are the causes? What do you think are some of the prevailing factors that lead to domestic violence?
First of all, poverty. Africa's been put in poverty, so poverty is always going to cause tension in any relationship. When you have a lack of money, financial,
being
financially stable, it's going to cause also problems in the relationship because you can't feed the children, you can't pay school fees, you can't treat your wife properly, you don't have the right kind of housing, right kind of food, so that finance is always going to be one of the biggest parts, one of the biggest factors in domestic violence, always. Even in America, it's the same. You know, it's the same thing that, you know, when black men couldn't get jobs and they would come home and beat their women, beat their wives. It was their fault. They couldn't get jobs.
That was their form of therapy. Violence against their wives.
What kind of therapy is that?
Kamlesh is crazy.
No. Let me tell you. You see, like our grandfathers, when they get stressed out there, they come massage their egos by beating our great grandmothers.
Listen.
It's sad, but it's true. It's what used to happen.
That's fucked up.
So, now you're telling me, but now you just explained the truth. You're talking about a powerless man, a powerless society. Powerless men beat their women because they have no power in the society itself. They have no power to reflect their outside world. You're talking about powerless people.
Yeah.
You know, so when a man feels powerless, he actually enacts it out on his wife or his children because he has no power outside the home.
Yeah, and that's why I always tell, like, all short men should marry midgets. No, listen, at least he'll always have somebody to look down upon, you know, literally. And then, like, that will massage his ego, plus, you know, nowadays there's sexy midgets. Like, midgets with, like, nyash and shit, okay? So, like, it's, what he's saying, personality, even physicality, you need to have, like, somebody that makes you feel good.
I wouldn't know. I never pondered on any midget coochie cameras. It's rough.
Well, for me to answer what you asked, I'll go back to just what I said. They are bringing, I think it's a very big trigger, number one. Either you physically being abused or either seeing your father abusing your mom, and it's a norm, and that's okay. Again, we have poverty, just what Keith mentioned, because if I try to look at the situations where I saw my stepmom being beaten or my mom, it was not actually really poverty, but finances were included.
What hit you?
Finances were
they see you beat their mother.
Finances was included. Like I
could
see my stepdad come home. He's just mad. Maybe job was not okay. Then he's just he's gonna find a reason out of just blowing the shit out to feel okay. So he's gonna complain about food, on a lot of nonsense. Then start war, you know. And it used to be very, very ugly. And then what else do I think that is also promoting that? We also have insecurity. You just mentioned insecurity, like with the Arabians. I think also African men, you know, like you said, the nature of men. Because I remember one time my stepmom was beaten for no goddamn reason, I swear.
So she looked good.
And she was pregnant. So she had just gone out for shopping. Then my dad was like suspicious she's from seeing another guy. Then I'm like, what? Then she was beaten so bad.
So why you
So
married
bad.
a woman, she's already carrying your baby, and you think that's how you know you fucked up in the head.
Yo, that's
so
actually
bad.
his fault. That's
That's what I said.
his.
Insecurity, yeah, like insecurity. That is a big
First
insecurity
of all,
you have, like.
What I said something the other day. Men are using the wrong tools to hit women. Okay? Do not use your fists to hit a woman. You have another tool. You're angry. Tell her tonight, I'm gonna show you some shit. I'm gonna make you come till you fart. Okay?
What?
And you go
Yeah.
ham.
What?
Mpaka inyambe. Okay? And you just take out your, like, let's say you were angry about some shit, anything, okay? You satisfy her while working out your rage. Two birds with one stone. You get what I mean? But Katie, what do you think are some of the causes of domestic violence?
One, I'd say stress.
Stress. Have you ever been stressed to a point where you've hit your man?
No. No. How do you fight men? You don't fight men anyway. Stress.
Believe me, women just like Jibba Jabba said, cameras. They pick up that big frying pan and push it inside your fucking head. They'll do it. Black women in America, while you sleeping, they'll burn your ass up in the goddamn bed. Think you can't fight as a woman, Katie. The African woman in America will fight you. She's deep and she'll be quiet. After you done whipped her ass, don't think it's over. She's thinking of a way to fuck you up. You can't, and a woman scorned, Katie, is dangerous. A woman scorned is dangerous. Women are deep. It's just, especially American women, they'll say, okay, I'm all fucked up. You didn't beat me, okay? All right. But they're quiet. They're scheming.
Yup.
You get in your
That's
car,
true.
Your car might blow up. They might put something in the tank of the car, have it blow up on your ass. So they might get bite you physically. But women are more devious with their get back. So I don't think a woman in America is gonna take an ass whipping and you ain't got some payback coming. I always tell a person, if you whip a woman's ass in America, you better off just leave her. Just leave her, because you're not going to be able to repair it, because you're never going to forget. Women don't forget shit.
Nothing. Women keep records of the last time you yawned too much. Okay?
Right.
She'll remember everything. The last time, she knows how long your hair is. Okay? How long you breathe for,
And in
like your
America,
intervals.
That's right. And in America, Katie, you got child by this woman. Ain't like Africa. You ain't getting what she gonna say, okay? Child support due. Man, well, you know, girl, got no job. Things have been hard. Okay? Things have been hard, huh?
Okay.
Hey, I need you to come lock this nigga up. He hasn't paid child support.
I saw
White man
Keith,
love
I
to
saw a
do that.
video. I saw a video. You see these paternity test videos where they're trying to find out if he's the father.
The DNA.
Right? So it was this video of this man trying to find out, trying to get a paternity test. And he had been in jail for 5 years for failure to pay child support.
Child support. Everybody needs kids.
Only to come and find out that's not his kid.
Oh my God.
It's
Okay.
not his kid and Cameron, even though they let him out,
I
he's
know.
still responsible for taking care of that kid and paying that bill till he's 18.
Man.
That child's 18. Still, they'll let his ass out of jail. So that's what, and nothing will happen to that black woman or white woman, especially the black woman, because I just destroys as a family unit. And the African woman has been complicit, not understanding. Hey, moron, okay, I did you wrong, but They try to destroy us as a people, destroy the men. You know, you putting crazy charges on them, and you knew goddamn well it wasn't my semen that created this fucking kid. You know it. But the white man don't give a shit. White man don't care. I'm locking you niggas up. Somebody's paying for this bastard. One black man equals another black man. I don't give a shit. So the black woman knows that. So as black men in America, you finally learn. Don't be dropping no seed in none of these broads. Like I told my son, to go back to Andre, Keith, and Anthony. Don't you, and Sean now, don't you be dropping your motherfucking seed all over the place. These women, till you get to know them, you do not put your seed up in their ass. And if you gotta use a rubber, you get the rubber. But I ain't know the rubber had a hole in it. Fuck that. Don't get no woman to give you no rubber.
Look, Keith, let me drop this real quick. Look, as a good friend, anytime you go out with your boys, you always need to have condoms on you. As a good friend. And never let your friend go out there, have sex with a broad with a condom she brought. So there was this video that was shown of some chick, like, this guy is about to go, you know, have a good time. He's about to go hit this shit like 7 ways till sunrise, right? And he's like, let me see the condom that you're about to go do my boy with, right? And he opened it and put water in it. That shit was leaking the fuck out. He had stabbed that condom with needles all over. She was baby hunting, okay? And he was like, nah, nigga, you're about to go there. It's okay, you can still do her. It's fresh condoms. You get it? Carry some condoms. Save a brother's life. Because once they have your baby, let me tell you, there's nothing as bad as having kids with the wrong woman. Nothing as worse as that. You live in hate coming home. Like, I want to see you.
You know that you know that's right. You're gonna have you have children with the wrong woman. Luckily, I always had good women because I was a bad dude. I was even with my daughter. I found out a few years ago that was my daughter. You know, I didn't know that. Kid, what? Who the fuck is this? What's going on? What's up? You know what this is? Nah, who the hell is this? This is the Kia. Yeah, Kia. Act like I didn't know it was. It's been years. The Kia. Who the hell's the Kia? You don't know me? You don't remember me? North Carolina when you were stationed up there in the Marine Corps using it? I said, yeah, and the kid was, you know, what's poppin', shorty? What's up? How you get my number after all these years? I found you on Facebook. That's fucking Facebook shit. I found you on Facebook. Okay? All right. Facebook like the goddamn CIA now. So anyway.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Damn.
I'm like, yeah, what's up? Why you dropped me out of the blue? I ain't seen you like in 19 years, whatever. What's happening? You know, when we broke up, I was pregnant. You weren't pregnant by me. Yeah, I was pregnant by you. I knew you wasn't gonna do right. That's why I broke up. I knew I was pregnant. See, always understand black men. Women always have a bunch of pretty black women. Always have a bunch of other dudes on standby. Don't ever think you're just the only one. Pretty black women always have some dudes on standby.
It's called spare dick. Anytime you don't perform, it's like a spare tire. They take it out there. Boom. Okay?
Always understand that. Because when we broke up, you know, she was another good woman. I was upset. She was a good one. Another good one. You're not going to do right. This never going to do right. You're not going to grow up. You're not going to do right. It's never going to do right. You never going to do right. I'm just have to just let it go. Damn, come on. You know, I'm gonna try to do right. I'm going to try to do right. But I wasn't going to do right. So,
you was going to try, all right?
She said, you know, I had a daughter, and I'm pretty sure she's yours. What are you talking about? I said, you married that other dude, and you made that other dude think that child was his?
That's dirty.
That's what I said.
You made the right choice not to keep that one, Keith. That's just dirty.
That's just dirty. I said, listen to Keith. He never looked at that child and didn't know it didn't look like him. Well, he kind of thought he didn't, but he never said nothing. You know, when we got divorced, I knew she was your baby. I knew she was yours. I said, I don't know she mine. That might be some bullshit. I ain't got no money. I said, I ain't got no money.
Yup.
I said, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. I said, Keith, she's already past 18. I can't ask you for no goddamn money. It ain't about no child support. Because I said, I ain't got no money. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no goddamn money. So she said, it ain't about no money. I could have been dragged you into child support if I wanted to. I said, okay, cool then. Okay. Are you gonna take the DNA test or not? And so that's when when Andre was still living. I said, damn, Andre, I just found out I got another child out here. He said, what? You talking that shit about
This
me?
nigga discovering
I said,
kids 20 years later.
I said, listen here. I wasn't doing what you was doing. I was, shit. You mess with these low budget broads. Messing with these low budget broads.
Before you continue, the boy has something to say. I can see it.
So, on the reasons the main reasons for gender-based violence.
Yeah.
The first reason is what Kid was saying. You see, if there's a history of violence, it's always going to repeat itself because you will find that you'll be projecting the violence that you received on someone else. And this is actually very worse in Africa because we don't have access to therapy or such.
True.
I can't name you one therapist I know.
We don't have.
We don't have. So you see,
Therapy is for white people.
at least in Western countries like where Keith comes from, it's easier for you to get therapy, and you can it's a bit easier for them. But for us, there's no therapy. So that's the first reason. The second reason is societal norms. This is like I was giving you an example of when I was living in Kampala. You find that those women don't want to be submissive, but they don't have a choice. It's either you submit or you submit. You have to kneel. It's a societal norm. You grew up watching your mother kneel, so you have to kneel, and your daughter will kneel. So the last reason is what I was saying. Before that, there's also the issue of drug abuse. Yeah, that is also one of the reasons, because you'll find that most of the people who abuse their wives or their husbands, wengi wanakuanga mavitu, most of them are
Mavitu.
Yeah,
Under
are mavitu.
influence.
Yeah. The other reason I think is also, before I go to the last reason, we also trivialize abuse on men, because ukipatana na msee, if you meet someone and they tell you they were beaten by their wife, you'll start laughing.
Of course.
So we trivialize.
Of course I will laugh at you,
men.
then help you.
Utasikia mtu somebody will ask, why would your wife beat you? As in, we victim blame men who go through abuse. So that is also something that we need to check on. We should take abuse on men seriously, because some men go through abuse.
This is what I was saying. You should always date a girl that is shorter than. A girl that is shorter than you hawezi
wewe
kutishia
date mtu
bwana.
wa KDF atakupiga.
Why are you dating a soldier? Why would you be out here in your right senses dating somebody who's trained on how to beat you?
Mambo ya soldier utamalizia. For example, the guy who was abused in Rongai. I know him.
Huh?
You know him.
I know him. I've been to where he has a voice and spirit somewhere, so I've been there. He's a very huge dude. Very huge.
So you know a knife doesn't understand.
So
size.
that's what I'm telling you. It's not even about the physique. It's about if your wife is psychopathic, she's psychopathic. She'll hit you with a pan when you're sleeping.
Shout out to Jibba Jabba.
So the last thing is about what I was saying. We need to take personalities seriously. There are 5 types of personalities, and some of them.
What are they?
We have the agreeableness. We have let me check. We have agreeableness. We have neuroticism.
Yeah.
We have extraversion.
Yeah.
And we have openness. So those 5 types. So you will find, for example, a neurotic person. A neurotic person is more likely to be violent.
You know what I saw? I saw a story of a guy who these women. His wife smells his dick every day.
So you see,
Damn.
Like he gets home, first thing he does
Smell
is
the pig.
strip and get his pig smell.
that one does not. That the wife is not even in those 5 personalities. I think that's a psychopath. That is that goes into the dark triad. So you see, what I was saying is, when you are going for HIV testing, STDs, get to know them, get to know the personality.
So how can I get to know the personality?
It's simple. You can. That's why they coach you. Know the personality of the person you're
You
dating.
see, if a woman is neurotic enough, she will fake that personality
For
till
a
you-
year.
Of course.
Yeah.
Till you
Hey,
put a ring or a baby
would
in it.
even
And then,
fake for 10 years.
Until she gets
Yeah.
it, then you see the real colors.
You can always.
Then you get
can
stabbed
always.
and
You can
your
always.
kids get
You can always
slaughtered.
walk out. You know, a woman just does not wake up and stab you. It's
No.
something that has been.
No, but let me
She
say,
doesn't
let me
just
say,
wake
let
up
me
one
say
day,
this.
pick a knife. She has threatened you before.
Let me
There's
say
been
this.
signs.
Let me say this. Women and money. Money changes women.
Is the change gradual, or does it happen
No,
once?
you see, you never notice. As a man, you're too busy out there getting this money. So let's assume you meet this girl really early in life. You've not even bought your first car yet. Okay, not key. You've not even bought your first car yet. And you meet this girl and you're hustling as a man. You're getting a promo at work, and the next thing you know, you have a whip, you have a business. Now you're building a big ass mansion, and you're doing this and that, and she is like getting accustomed to better and better, and she becomes so attached to the finances such that she's willing to lose you to remain with the finances. Because how many cases have we heard of wives paying hitmen to take their husbands out? How many cases have we seen of men put in septic tanks?
You know, funny thing, I was reading a story the other day about men. It was a man.
Stop
who was-
laughing at men being
No, 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 no.
victimized.
It was a man who was advising other men
Uh-huh.
that when you get home and you find your wife has prepared something for you,
Mhm.
eat it with the babes, eat it with the kids.
Yes,
So like,
of course.
like I'm yet to marry. I'm yet to get to that age of marrying. Kwani, who are you guys marrying?
No, let me. That's what
If
I'm
you
telling
don't
you.
trust your wife, why are you
Like
marrying
unapata
her?
bibi yako amekupikia and you can't eat the food unless the baby is there and you unampea kwanza because
Listen. So you will marry her, okay? And men being men, you will cheat. You will be caught, okay? And then, you know she knows, but she's never brought it up, okay? Amecheza chini. Under what?
nilisikia mnaekiana steel wire.
Boy.
Hao ni wamama wao.
Next thing you know, now you and there's a way women act. When she knows something and she knows you know she knows. Okay? She'll drop it like it was whose skit was that? Where after you go with your girl to the park after being caught cheating. What's your favorite animal?
It's
I like
really
cheetahs.
Flacco.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Flacco.
Flacco, yeah. I like cheetahs. There are way more
That's a
animals.
giraffe.
Yeah, I like cheetahs.
Like cheetahs.
You get? Like, this is how they act. And you'll get scared. You'll need that baby as a shield. Hey, kuja kula na daddy. Yeah, come eat with daddy, man. Hey, let's eat together. If she refuses, do not eat that food. Too many cases, because there's too much blind faith in men in their wives. How many cases have we seen? Back to back. Oh, chlorine, steel wire, rat and rat. What? And you still trust that woman after fine, you can trust your wife if you've done nothing, if you're lacopacetic, okay? If you're the ideal man, if you know you've not been caught doing some damn shit. But there are some cases that I'll understand the woman. Like, maybe if that man was doing your sister,
Yeah.
and you're married to this man.
Why don't you fucking leave?
because it's painful. Just imagine your sister.
Don't scare me back.
There was a story. There was a story.
That's coming back
Scare me
when.
back when.
There was a story I read. This can't. And this is Kenya, people. Kenya. This man has been married to this woman for about 14 years. And for those 14 years, he's been fucking his mother-in-law.
Oh no.
Yep. And the first time he did that was at the Rorashio.
Where?
This is
What?
between our changes.
What? Rorashio.
Yep. That day of the Rorashio, he nyam-nyammed his mother-in-law for the first time.
I blame
And it's
stepmom
the
videos.
mother-in-law who offered.
I blame the stepmom videos.
On the hub.
From Netflix.
I know, right?
In our waist.
Hey.
Yo, but you see, and then and it happened to her for 14 years. She didn't know. So when the husband was opening a new hardware, he was looking for funds, and he mysteriously found capital. She didn't know the capital came from her own mother. And whenever they'd have arguments, okay, her mother will support the husband. Like she'd come home, she'd be like, "Wenda rudi kwa bwana yako, go and," you know what we were saying earlier, she'll be sent back like, "Go respect your husband." Then the husband comes home and gets consoled by the mother-in-law's bosom, or is it bosom, whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, he was doing his mother-in-law. But anyway, you get, in such cases, I understand. It's just where you came from is where your husband has been. Huh? But anyway, nothing justifies domestic violence.
Sure.
But domestic violence can vary. They can be mental. You can be mentally abused, and that is one of the ways women really know how to destroy men.
Mentally.
Women can destroy you mentally. Okay? Like no confidence, no nothing. Make you a shell of a man and then leave you. That is diabolical. So you can have physical, what is happening in Nyeri, very out there. Like you can't just come home drunk and expect to wake up with your transformer intact. They'll have you out there licking oil.
Oh, no, unacheka.
but
Transformer inaenda unacheka.
but at the end of the day,
Somebody has no power.
no power regulator. You can't step
Blackout.
up or down. Blackout in this village.
But then, if you look at Nyeri, the reason there are so many cases there is because the men there are always drunk. Always.
No, but
Yeah.
I'm not putting down Nyeri women. Have you seen Nyeri women?
They're very
Why am I not? And I can't go shit. Zero shame. You cannot differentiate if she's coming or going. All I'm saying is, for me to come impregnate you and you look like that, I need some liquid courage. Okay? I need to be a little bit drunk, and if I have good company, I might just forget about
She
you.
gets 3 tears, you get more drunk.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. Because now I'm not even looking at her. Now I have needs. It's just me taking care of my needs. You get what I mean?
But there's also something that we need to address,
Mhm.
especially here in Kenya.
Yeah.
We have very poor security enforcement agents, especially their hotlines.
What do you mean? I feel like we are okay.
No. Have you ever called 999? Did they answer?
Does it work?
Does it
Does
work?
it work?
You're saying they are okay and you
Does
don't
it
even know
work?
whether they work.
Yeah.
So
But
unapata-
yeah, I'm just asking. Cause
I'm also
Unapata
not
bibi
aware.
amekudunga kisu, you are trying to call.
call who?
They're supposed to be an agenda-based
Call the
violence hotline.
ambulance.
They're supposed to be a hotline.
You're trying to report her while you're dying.
They're supposed to be a hotline.
Call the hospital.
Even the ambulance, who even knows the nani anajua namba za ambulance?
Google.
Do you? Google.
Me, I'ma be dead. Google. Call me an ambulance.
Siri.
My wife just stabbed me. Siri, call me an ambulance. What is your name? Where are you from? Africa. We do not operate here. Die, nigga. That is Siri.
I think we should fix our hotlines
Mm-hmm.
because you find that there are so many people who have died from gender-based violence and maybe they would not have died.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Ama unapata mtu the husband is threatening her, amejifungia kwa room, so
Shout out to General Mosquito, a man in Ndugu to everyone.
she's trying to get help, but every part.
No,
Yes.
but you see, yes, we do need to fix our hotlines.
We seriously
Seriously do. We do need better
from the police to
hospitals. Do you feel like
do you know there is a suicide hotline yenye wewe ukipiga hata utakuwa sasa depressed ujiue. Wanakuongelea stress.
I want to kill myself.
Hawatapiga.
But truth be told, let me ask you all this. Do you feel like there should be a centralized healthcare dispatch system in Kenya that
There is.
dispatches ambulances from the nearest hospital
There is.
possible?
Yeah.
They say you should call 1195. Maybe you will try it one day. 1195 is supposed to be the number.
Sasa wakijibu utawaambia nani kabla shakugonjeka.
KG.
I'm not sick.
Gender violence hotline. This is the gender violence hotline.
In
Okay.
Kenya.
So
Does it even work? I doubt.
just to let you all know, the gender hotline in Kenya is 1195. The gender-based violence hotline.
Try your luck. They will
Okay.
pick.
Because at the end of
But
the
I
day,
don't know whether they pick. I don't want to say
One.
they don't because I don't know. I've never called.
1195, and that is pretty. We might laugh about this because we are not normal. Okay, we have been scarred by society to a point where violence in society is funny.
It's a norm.
Oh man, General Mosquito is saying, Kamlesh, I have the same Manchester United football jersey. It's not a top, it's a jersey. Okay, I bought 3 months ago and still to wear it. You can send it to me, General Mosquito. I'll wear it for you, man. Yeah, greatest club in the world. Anybody hating? Exactly.
Man, useless.
I knew it. Toxicity. This is
Useless.
gender-based violence at the workplace. This
Harassment.
is mental harassment in the workplace.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to report you
HR,
to HR. We need to have a meeting.
Black hot fun.
Man,
Yes.
useless, yeah.
Ah, listen. Even the producer is hating on the great.
Harassing.
Man, useless.
But anyway,
We should fix the hotline. That is one thing.
mhm.
Yeah, I really feel like we need somewhere that I know. Hata mtu there's this wife somewhere in Turkana anaweza threaten bwana yake amwambie if you touch me I'll call. The way unaonanga
At
US.
no point
Do you see
will a Turkana woman threaten her Turkana husband. That
Yeah.
might be her last day on this nether realm.
unaonanga vile huko kwa kina kid in the US and wherever people are like I'm calling the police. And when you hear that you stop whatever the fuck you wanted to do. We should have that in Kenya.
Well,
I'll tell you, I'm calling the hotline. Touch me.
Sisi ndio tunawaambianga majege masansi wakoende.
listen. But you see, there's these types of women who will be like, I know, and yet you still want cops to be responsive. Manjejema sanse wakwende. We do not want the police.
Hata majua anasemanga
Kau
fuck the
nitambui
police.
sikutambui.
So that is how the cops reply.
Ati walikuona wakahepa.
We wanted to help you, but we were singing Wakadinali songs. But at the end of the day, I feel like, yeah, we do need those hotlines.
Yeah.
But
There should be a DCI hotline, a police hotline.
why not one singular hotline that dispatches to the different departments? Like if you want like a health whatever in the US, you just call 911, right?
Yeah.
Police 911. They dispatch
Firefighters.
firefighters 911. They dispatch so that you don't have 45 numbers.
To call.
How
To
hard
call.
is, you know, sometimes I wonder how hard is it to operate a functional call center? Like, is it that hard?
No.
Okay, well, for us it is that because one, we don't even control none of this system bullshit. The reason why we have this system set up, we know it's on purpose.
No, we can build our own ERPs.
Try.
Oh,
Try.
we have. What do you mean? But the government's acceptance of local tech is really low. It is really, really low. Yeah. But we can actually build our own tech.
But there's something that I also learned about the government. You know, I was talking to a certain guy who works at Posta. And then our say work on like 10 rooms then you make a files.
Why don't they
I was
digitalize?
asking him that. Why don't you just do away with all that?
Servers?
No, they were telling me because they don't want. If they do that, they lose their jobs. As in they thrive in that disorder.
Bureaucracy.
Yeah, they thrive in that disorder. So
Yes.
they know they can
Be
take
better.
those files and put them in one MacBook, but they can't because they want it that way.
So that they can look for your file for about 15 years.
Yeah, that's what they want. So maybe even the call center, it's, but I feel like there's a time we had an inspector general who even gave out his personal number. Kimaiyo, yeah. I remember that, and I thought there was hope. Little did I know, it was just another white elephant.
Yeah, but continuing on with the topic, some factors that cause violence in their homes. Peer pressure. You might, some woman might, while bickering with her fellow women, might hear, hey, you know, my husband has a curfew. And then think, you know, I can implement that in my own home. Peer pressure being applied comes home.
Now you want your man to get in front of you, like to get
home
before you. Like you want your man to get home before you.
Comes home, tries to implement that, gets beaten up. Okay?
Why are you laughing?
So Kali Mepinduliwa. That is like a successful Raila Odinga scenario. Cool. Anyway, number 2, having lack of attention or respect. Joby, do you feel like having lack of attention or respect from your boyfriend would warrant you to become violent?
Not really. From my own perspective, I'm gonna speak from my own first. I don't want to call it abuse, but I was abused too.
By your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Did he hit you?
Yeah, but I hit him first.
Yeah,
I hit
abuse.
him.
You instigated the violence.
You asked.
Call 911.
You
911 on Joby.
You asked if lack of respect and love, yeah? If lack of respect and love towards my spouse, if it can lead me
Attention, not love.
attention.
Yeah,
of
women
course.
don't know how to love.
I don't wanna be
I know
violent
women.
to my spouse, but the main reason why it led to that is because he was not only being aggressive to me for no reason, but being aggressive to everyone in the room and talking shit. So I'm like, yo, you can't talk shit to everyone for no goddamn reason. If you have a problem, address it immediately. Like, you know, let me talk on the 2 issues zake. So I got really furious. And I was like, no, bro, sober the fuck up.
And then,
You know, he hit me back. And then his friends and my friends jumped on him.
Is that an abuse or is it a fight?
it's basically the laws of
like
the
they
universe.
were having.
But I don't
The more
think-
you fuck around,
I don't feel like
the more you find out.
I don't feel like the lack of respect, attention, love should really lead you to violence.
Yeah.
Walk away. You have a choice. Let's say we have a choice.
Joby
choices
saying there's no
important.
justification for
Listen,
violence.
Exactly.
Now you're in the supermarket. This girl is going crazy, just slapping you like, hit me, hit me, hit me. You know, like in that case, me walking away is me enabling negative behavior. What I have to do is positively reinforce.
But imagine some things
Force.
we can control.
Huh?
We can control some things.
No, what I'm saying is, in that case,
I'm getting what
if
you're
I
saying.
do not do as she wishes, I am positively reinforcing her bad behavior. So for me to curb this
Now,
behavior,
one may argue it was self-defense.
of
But-
course,
But I would not really advocate for that.
yeah,
If somebody slapped me, I'm telling them to get the fuck out.
yeah, no. Before, look,
That when
what are the laws of the universe?
simamia sio kimau.
Unaniambia kwangu niende wapi na uko kwangu?
Oh, saa I walk out.
Eh.
Lakini ka
Uko kwangu unaniambia enda. Oh, ndo natoka, my friend.
Mbona niko kwako in the first place?
Exactly, thank you. Why am I in your house? Like, never go to a woman's house before. Never, ever. Never.
I'm telling you, means get the fuck out.
Never
No,
go
it's
to a
my
woman's house.
Get the fuck out.
Never.
Allah.
Listen, I can't remember the last time I was like in a woman's house that I'm trying, like,
But somebody said
I've
Kenya-
had entire relationships where I've never been to this woman's house. Entire relationships.
Joe mosquito organizer.
Jobi anafikiria kwake. Anyaga. Anapea
Mimi
fare.
hapana. Mimi.
And that's your key.
Joe Mosquito says in Ghana you call the firefighters and they say they can't come because they've run out of water.
This is Kenya. I've seen this deal in
It's
It's
Kenya.
possible because you know, actually, it was yesterday I was reading. Ghana wants to import water, drinking water.
What?
It's generally gonna maybe end up water, and if it's water, we're taking the poop water coming from Bill Gates Foundation. The
What?
poop water.
If there's
Yeah.
no drinking
Feces
water, where do you think they'll get water to put up the fire?
Feces water.
But one thing about Kenya, the firefighters in
Light
Kenya
another
very-
fire, let them burn each other out.
The firefighters in Kenya are very effective.
Where?
I know, I've seen it.
Toy market.
Kuna
The other day, just the other day.
Gikomba.
Gikomba.
Maybe
Yeah.
the moment
Yes,
you
They are only
Yes.
effective in
Yes.
Silimani.
No,
Yes.
it wasn't Kilifi. I witnessed a fire in Jogoro and they were there in like 10 minutes.
Hey, me have seen
So
where
let's give
assets
them
are
due
burning
where-
into ashes,
So
and
meaning-
you have called them like
It's always the common one.
3
helping
hours
each other
ago.
Yeah, so,
to put out the fire.
It's okay, that was your experience. In my experience, they were there in 10 minutes.
Walai.
It was in Jogoro.
What's the
Lucky you,
funniest?
lucky
What's
you,
the funniest
lucky you.
story at Java you've ever heard about Kuzima Moto? Me too. They were like check, unajua tungekuwa pale sisi wote tungepanda kwa hiyo ni alafu tukojole hii moto yote. And I was like, hey my niggas, I wish life was as optimistic as you. Yeah, but General Mosquito says an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, Joby.
Period.
Yeah. He also goes on to say, I've heard of plenty of men being abused by their women. Over here, it's a common occurrence.
But mine was not abuse. You have to understand that. It was
No,
not
yours.
really abuse.
No, yours.
I was really fed up. One, I'm like, yo, stop being
We
stupid.
we do not consider it abuse.
Mhm.
You fucked around and you found out.
Yeah. And he found out too.
You returned the slap again.
He was jumped on now.
You see what I was saying?
You see, weak men, okay, beating another man for defending himself.
Defending yourself, you don't slap a woman.
Says who? You slap me, I slap you.
You don't slap me.
No, you slap me, I slap you.
Nigga, what the
Equality.
fuck out? Because do you know the next thing I was to do is quite very dangerous. Right
What?
now, maybe I'm not be here right now.
What will you
The
do?
next thing I was to
Alikuwa
do,
ameshika
I was to
kikombe.
hit him with a mug, and it's not a light mug. I was to nilikuwa nime target right here. Don't joke with me.
I like how she's saying it, like he'd be standing there like, hit me. Okay.
He was not to know actually me going to hit him. Nilikuwa nimgonge tu ya nyuma kama anatembea mse. Ai, don't. So, sometimes I think we also, if you look at, like you're saying, the provocation also sometimes can lead you to do some things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're just out of control. As much as you're trying to also put yourself together,
Yeah.
someone is like pushing you to the wall, like, yo,
Yeah.
I want you to
This is
do
what
it.
I was-
Hit
You know,
me.
I want you to
But
do
to me,
it.
I feel like
This
it
is what I was
is
saying
anger
about
issues.
learning about personalities before this. For example, if you want
How
to
do I
date-
learn the personality if I'm
if you
not
wanted to
dating
date
her?
Joby, you will know that Joby
It's crazy.
Has anger issues.
has anger issues.
Yeah.
So you will not provoke them.
I do have
You
anger
see?
issues, no lie.
So you should learn them. You should make learning.
Any therapist
personalities-
in the house for Joby? Joby needs a therapist.
Nah, I'm good.
To deal with, actually,
I'm
an
learning.
anger management expert.
I'm learning how to control that actually.
For example,
It's a possible.
you know there are women who are very agreeable. That character of agreeableness.
Those are good women.
Yeah, even if you shout, you do all things. So understand your woman, know the personality of not the personality of your spouse. If they are agreeable, then you can fuck around as much as you want.
And you won't find out.
If they are not, then behave.
You might just get
Or
stabbed.
get somebody who aligns with your personality.
So let's assume I like to have multiple women. What type of woman should I get?
A
personality wise.
An agreeable woman. An agreeable woman is the one who will find you cheating and will tell them, see, yeye alikuwa ananitaka sio mimi, and she'll agree.
That is a good woman.
That's you see.
Yes, she came for me. Yes, I am the victim.
Hey.
I fell down and she jumped on
They're
me.
very, very agreeable women.
Wako, me nipo.
Huh?
Me, I always say, think I can listen to someone who has cheated.
Okay.
And I always have my reasons why. I want to understand why you cheated so that I cannot make the same mistake. After listening to you now, I'm dumping you, of course. And then, so I can check on not to make the same mistake on the next relationship. I was not submissive, so I check on that. I was maybe too rude, I check on that. I was maybe giving you attitude, it's never gonna change.
But the problem is, in the next,
attitude is constant.
Never gonna change.
no, in the next relationship, the next guy will also cheat, and will go to the next, and will also cheat, and will go to the next.
You will keep on going to the next.
Do you understand?
Well, we move on.
The higher
We'll move on until 40.
This life, you can't be stagnant, my friend.
body count.
No body count.
Mhm.
He cheated. I didn't
Yeah.
cheat. He cheated.
No.
My
The
body
next one will
count.
also
You
cheat.
see?
Mine.
No, you see.
The
yes,
moment you
if
get now to go to the
one, another one,
next.
another one,
How
another one, another one.
how heartbroken do you want to be for you to learn that, hey, maybe you need to be single?
Maybe he was only to cheat that once and reform.
Ache.
And reform.
Aye,
No,
I
no,
can
Kuniza,
never
how fucked up
forgive
do you
a
want to be?
cheating man.
Because if the first man you had, he was a cheater, the second one, hey, you can't keep on attracting the
Maybe
same
that's
same
what you
bullshit.
like.
Stay single.
Maybe
then.
that's what you like.
Ah, nah.
But
I don't like
most
cheaters.
of-
Never been cheated
Do we
on,
say
don't
most
like
of
none.
them cheat, or they all cheat?
If you cheat on me, you'll die.
The
Disclaimer.
threats now.
Someone has done that.
That's a disclaimer.
You'll go.
You see what I mean?
Toka kuchitunakia, oh, you're trying
Sometimes
to
the
meet Jesus
karma
now.
will just affect you.
This is what
Like,
we are talking about.
Karma will
Domestic
just-
violence,
karma will hit you.
psychological trauma.
Men-
Mental,
If you
mental.
cheat, if you cheat, you'll meet Jesus. That's
And
mental.
yet you wanna keep such a woman.
To run,
To live under
Murife.
threat. Murife.
take a flight.
Don't run, fly.
Mamia Buroma.
Go to Uganda. Like
To
But
find
this
a
is
woman
the-
who will kneel.
oh yes. Let me tell if you
Ah,
just
never
imagine.
been me.
Let me ask you all this, especially everybody in the comments here.
Where did Keith go?
I don't know. I think he might have been on the bad network or something.
Let me
He
ask this.
muted
Let-
his mic is still there, man.
there?
Yeah.
Ah.
Joe Mosquito says, Joey's boyfriend was like, walk into this slap.
Man.
Liberaya Chris Rock.
Hey,
Keep
zilikuwa-
my
zilikuwa-
friend's name
out
zilikuwa
of
ni-
your
fucking mouth.
But you ever hit? I feel I felt good hitting him, but I'm like, hey, I felt that. That was nice. Like you well deserved that.
and
That's
then-
abuse.
Huh?
And then,
He returned
Yeah.
it. You think I
It's
was?
not abuse.
The next
but,
thing
but you were shocked that he returned.
No, I was
it.
not.
You were expecting
I
it.
was not. I was expecting anything because I know what I was going for.
You knew who you were dealing with.
Oh shit.
But listen,
And the moment he does it, like you said, you see the signs, yeah? You see the signs. The moment this guy has shown you, like, hey, I can do it, and you decide to forgive, this is not a cheating case. This is someone who's capable of, like, next time it's not going to be a one slap, it's going to be like 1, 2, 3.
Sweet.
And maybe you have
Visu.
you have
Suplex.
na kifafa and everything. You do themselves, that's how you die. And you end up in committee for the next
Collapse.
years of your life.
and you're
Hey.
done.
But
Mm.
gender violence are very serious. A very, very serious thing.
It's very serious.
I've seen it.
And this is what I'm asking. Let me ask you all this. Imagine if that Ugandan woman that is kneeling, okay, respecting her husband to that extent is actually loved right. Doesn't get beat up. Just imagine how happy she'll be.
She'll be a happy woman.
Yeah, like
She'll be a happy
very
woman for
happy.
sure.
Like
because, but
she'll
don't,
feel like if this man, because you
If
know,
she's loved correctly.
because that you know,
Yeah.
I keep telling you, women don't know how to love. Women can respect a man till that man feels loved. Okay, because any form of women showing men respect is how men equate love. Okay, but a man knows how to love. He'll take care of you like a child. He'll love you like he'll even go to war and kill people because they insulted you. You get? Now imagine that utmost respect and that utmost love. Imagine how beautiful that relationship is.
Dope.
You get? So do not calm down and berate the kneeling woman. Do not say the Ugandan woman is stupid.
She's not stupid.
She just
She's
needs
following her
calmness. Hmm?
Yeah, I mean, on that,
So
on
even
that,
Zari
on,
kneels
on,
down.
on that I'll side with
Yeah,
Keith because
sure.
because
Zari kneels down.
Yes.
Just imagine Zari coming to you with the kneeling down.
on that
And-
I'll disagree with you. I'll side with Keith. I don't want no woman kneeling down.
Aye, Zari.
There's
on her
respect
knees.
and
If
there's
you-
why
if
you
you-
There's a
worshiping
difference
me?
between the kneeling down part, no. But
Would you,
the
let me
respect
ask you,
he's
Kamlesh,
talking
Keith
about.
asked you, would you want your daughter to kneel in front of her? Would you?
Why is
You've
it
gone to
hard
visit
for
your
you to
daughter and
answer?
she's
You mean?
kneeling.
So the next point is low self-worth. Okay? Most people get into violent domestic situations because of low self-value. They do not value themselves. Their self-esteem is in the gutter.
They're trying to compensate for something.
Yeah. That's why you find a lot of fat niggas with paintings, but you know this nigga just tickles. Okay? That you can actually get her for a quickie before she goes home to get tickled. You know what I mean? And then they're always so protective, like atatakia toke hapo. Do not leave this table. Stay here. Because you know when she goes to the loo. Yeah. We out here.
Outside.
You get what I mean? Because that's how you see it. And the fact that also this Wangai woman had put up a curfew shows you she felt undeserving of this man.
Insecurity.
She was so insecure. Her self-esteem was so low that she felt the only way I can keep you is to govern you.
But that woman is a psychopath.
Of course.
Because why the fuck would you kill your kids?
Because they are your kids and you're the man and you came home 36 minutes late.
Are they not
But had that
yours
process,
as
had that
well?
process was killing the kids, you and me.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
a thought process.
Yeah,
We are all going.
Yeah.
That's a psychopath.
And that's so weird. You're willing, but that's okay. You're willing to lose your own life because you love somebody.
But those moments of anger, if Joby was
Are they moments of
yeah,
anger
moments
or
of
passion?
anger. Joby was telling you she almost hit
Did-
somebody. See, that would have been a murder case.
Yeah.
That was because of that moment of anger. Maybe 30 seconds at most.
Yeah.
So that woman,
It was very it happens very quickly, let me tell you.
it's like you got possessed by something.
Yeah.
So that's
Anger.
that's what the woman failed to control. Yeah, alipata kaa yako and she.
Let's do this. You know, people think slaughtering people is like slaughtering chicken. You can't just go out there and stabby every
Yeah.
day. Yeah? I was going to say something very moral. Anyway, the next point is experience abuse or neglect, something Joby has articulated to a T. Okay? Experiencing abuse or neglect. This nigga was not behaving as I wanted him to. Behave yourself, man.
Joby alikuwa anapata second hand embarrassment.
Embarrassment.
I really want to do it. It's just, I was just triggered.
I
For real,
get
for real.
you. And
And that,
Una
and if
feel
I,
embarrassed on his behalf.
next time if I am to find myself in such a situation, of
what
course,
would you do?
I'm gonna walk out. Or bro, just talk her. Saki two story mob.
Enda.
Hey, just talk her.
Na kama hataki kuenda.
Chukua ndozi.
Sasa hataki aje na si kwake. Unakatalia kwa wenyewe.
Yeah.
Ai.
Sasa hapo ndo tunaanza kusumbuana. So because the moment you're trying to tell me no, you're trying to now gas me up. Because why you say no? Unaambia nani no?
Yeah.
In my house.
Saa saba naenda wapi?
Ai,
No,
kwa
sitaki
taifa
kujua.
na-
I don't give a
Sasa,
shit. Oh my
ni
god,
pesa
I
ya
don't
Uber.
care. Whether there's thieves
Nikupe
waiting for you
mbona.
outside, I don't care.
The fact
Get
that
out.
mkoko wako inabadilisha a weak man.
You're not making me feel uncomfortable in my space. Period. So walk out. Ati sijui wewe ni saa ngapi? Mse toka. Yeah?
Akianza kusema akiwoishe.
Ati wash it. You know
My
my
dad.
dad, my own dad, my own
Please.
personal, my own blood chased me out 12 midnight and he knows how dangerous Huruma is. Saa sita usiku
What did you
What
roundabout.
did you do?
We had issues.
No, what did you do after he chased you out?
I went. What could I do?
Where?
I went boarded a matatu, but I had to look for another thug I knew to literally escort me. Because I couldn't walk alone.
Maybe another tag.
I know another thug, you know?
You
So
see what I
like, yo.
do? You see when I tell Joby she's lived through so many life experiences, Joby makes me
Write a
feel
book,
young.
write a book.
We need a book, Joby.
I'm like, yeah, I had to look after to say.
Keeping up with
Being a job.
The Chronicles
Being
of Joby.
Joby. I'll start a show called Being Joby. That's
Being
nice.
Joby, yeah.
Being a job.
Being Joby.
Because damn,
It's been
You got
tough.
Joby.
I'll start a show.
you've been Joby.
You've been Joby.
Is that a pronoun or a noun?
Joby.
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 A verb.
A verb.
Yeah, it's a doing word.
Doing what? You've been Joby.
Joby.
Joby is now a verb.
Being Joby is being told to get the fuck out at once.
I was a Joby, dear.
Job off.
Job
I'm
off.
not trying to
Joby
reciprocate.
off.
Like I'm not trying to reciprocate. I'm not trying to reciprocate what I experienced with my parents and everything. Like maybe how I used to act up with me. But I believe I'm not supposed to tolerate disrespect from you. The moment I feel disrespected, say that one of us walks out. But like you said, if you, I'm
Why
telling
can't
you
it be
walk
you?
out, then you're telling me at no.
Why am I walking out?
Yeah,
in
why
my
can't you walk out?
spot?
Me in my house.
Yeah.
In my house.
I walk out
Hey,
in my house.
You are crazy. Hey, you are crazy.
You go and then you come tomorrow.
Azi tupigane basi. Nitoke kwangu.
The level of
Tungepatana
toxicity
siku ya
in this
birthday
room.
yangu, nashangaa.
The level
my
of
house.
toxicity in this room.
Tupigane
So let me ask you a question. I'm in my house and you're telling me to leave.
In your house?
Mm.
Why am I telling you to live in your house?
Women have this tendency of going like, talk
So
hapa.
there are guys who are told to sleep on the sofa in their house.
Art. And I
Yes.
bought this bed. Woman, you're about to sleep at the balcony.
I want
No,
space.
if you cheated on me, you sleeping your ass on the couch. You're not bringing your dirty ass.
If
on
we're
my-
married and we have
you
certificates.
go cleanse your bullshit first. When I'm ready to address your nonsense, you can come to bed. Okay?
In that night,
just-
I drive you back to your parents.
Oh,
That same night,
Oh.
I drive you back to your
because
parents.
of you cheating.
Yes,
Because of you cheating.
because of you making me sleep on the couch after.
Now these are the
cheated.
things that are
You don't
gonna
drive there.
look.
Unamlipia Mbukinya.
Look, these are the things that are gonna lead to domestic violence. I'm gonna be
No grift.
you want to
No
chase me away because of you cheating.
Yes. No, your response to me cheating.
Why you-
My response
How
to
am I
you cheating.
supposed to respond to you?
I've
cheating?
responded in the
Meekly.
Oh,
Hey.
okay, it's fine.
You should respond
Joby, but
like
it's
a
my house.
submissive woman. It is my house. You shall leave.
It is our house.
No,
Says
it's mine.
who?
We should,
We are married.
no. It's my house. We should find a solution to my
It is-
cheating.
To my cheating in my house.
I'm not ready to address the issue. That is
Huh?
me.
When you are ready, you
When
tell
you,
me.
that's why I'm driving you to
Yeah,
your
so
parents.
when I'm-
So that when you're ready, you come back, we address the issue. Huh?
So that I can find another woman in the house.
Of course.
Mama
You were
Fua.
absent.
Mama Fua.
Yeah,
Yes.
nafua.
It's always Mama Fua.
Hey, there is painting Mama Fuas nowadays. Huh? There is one I saw somewhere.
Who is Mama
Hey, that
Fua?
man is strong. He did not do her. Me, I will do.
It's always Mama Fua.
No, but real story. Man, never do your Mama Fua. Okay? Like, things I always tell men. So, never
Avoid.
do your house help
Mama Fua.
and Mama Fua. Okay?
Why?
First of all, are you, like, the level of respect in that household just
Mama
goes
Fua
to
ni
the gutter.
bang.
But never cheat in the immediate vicinity of your home. Even, like, do not cheat in your home or around your
Why
home.
don't you say do not cheat?
Do not. Thank you. Why don't you say do not cheat?
That is living in.
Denial.
No, you just had to come with something else. Literally, I thought you was getting better, but you're getting worse.
Listen, men cheat. That is what men do. Okay? No, men cheat. And you actually want a man that
But
is capable.
that's because I know you've probably heard of this before, but I'll tell you again. that's because they never attach emotions to sex.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sex
I
and
think
emotions are
it's
two
purely
different
biological.
things. Like, I can love you, but fuck her.
But for you
Okay.
women, it's sex is
An
kind of emotional
attachment.
too.
Yeah.
So that's why that's why Kamla she's saying I can love you, but
So we
Fuck,
could be
another one.
screwing. You're not
Love
attached
I don't,
to me,
not
At
at
all.
all.
but you
if,
love me.
if my
No.
girlfriend
No.
gets me with
No,
you,
I
I'm
love
telling you
somebody
to get the
else,
fuck out.
but I like screwing you.
No.
You are available.
You're,
So what about the one you love?
I like screwing her too, and I love her.
She's just
But
not
for
available.
you, there is no attachment emotionally.
At all.
I'm just
If I were to choose between her and you, I'm
We're
choosing
gonna choose
Ah.
our
every
cause.
day
Yes.
of the week and
every
twice
day of
on
the
Sunday.
week. And the best part is this: when they know they are not the chosen one, and they still come back to give you the pudesh. Good woman. Ah, just, yes, like that. Men need multiple women.
No, I think I had someone telling me men do not like the titles. The titles, you know. Even if you can, like you said, you can be screwing, but there's no attachment.
Yes.
You don't have someone you love. You like the one you screen, like, not love.
Yeah.
But you don't want the titles.
Yeah.
So that's okay. But you're gonna be screwing someone else again.
Yeah.
But
Fuck
it's
you.
your love.
You get what I mean?
Ni
So don't-
mapenzi mawitch though.
No,
So
no.
But the problem with you women is sex is so emotional to you.
Very, but you understand why. You're
And this is
literally,
why
you're literally
sex
inside
should
this
be-
person, okay, in their guts, shifting them, okay.
So you,
WRC in this
you know,
woman.
they don't know there's something that how hard what do you call prenups hits us.
This man went there. You have to control it. But anyway, listen, men do not equate sex. Like, how do I explain this?
It's just biological.
There's men cannot, with the woman you love, you do not have sex with her the same way you have with the woman you don't love. Actually, the sex with the woman you don't love is even better.
English school of cheating.
but I think
Thought.
Cheating.
I think if now men can cheat as far as they want, I feel like now women, it is up to you. Make sex so personal.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to any type of man. Like you're not going to.
If he's not willing to keep you,
Yeah, if he's not willing to keep
Usimpe.
you, avoid him at all costs. Usimpe yo kitu. Yes.
Good point, but do you think they
Yes,
listen?
make sure that now
You know Huda tried this. Aliambia watu wafunge duka. People opened supermarkets.
Walijam.
Women, let me tell you
Waliwaambia
something.
wachana na duka zetu.
Duka zetu ni lazima zifunguliwe. Let me tell you.
8 to 5.
Every day, Sunday to
business.
Monday. Hey,
Unataka toa vipi sasa ya rent?
and literally if you think of it now, it's a business. It's a business.
Heshimu kazi za watu.
you know, people never understand what she meant when she said funga duka. Hers brings in income. No?
Nataka mademu arudi ushago.
na ndio imewaweka Nairobi.
General Mosquito says, Joby, it sounds to me that you're a troublemaker.
No, I'm not.
Hmm?
No, I'm not. I just love keeping people in check, you know, that's all. You know, you're not gonna disrespect me.
If you check me, I check you.
You know, we're checking each other.
Tuna
man.
check.
Tuna check
Yeah,
ya na.
We're checking each other.
I'm wondering, Joby, what if you found your man cheating inside the house? Like,
No, did you hear
na
this
mama
too?
fua.
Listen, wait, before I've actually witnessed.
Anafikiria kenye
Wait,
atamfanyia.
no.
I know, right? Like she has thought of some diabolical situations.
What am I going to do? Being honest, of course it's gonna shock me because you don't expect it. But at the end of the day, I'll walk out. Do you know there's nothing so bad? And I've come to literally realize this, and it's working so good. There's nothing so bad like keeping someone clueless of not knowing what's your next action because of what they did. it's so awesome. Like I don't say clueless. Like you can come Nazarudi, maybe I might go.
48 loss of power.
Like I can go for the
Yup.
I can go for the next 24 hours. Come back home. I'll cook for you. Mimi call me a narcissist. Me, I'm
this
crazy.
is where
That's
this
a
is-
role. That's
Me
that's
too.
a, that's a
this
role.
is
You
where
know how to handle
once you can't cook
situations.
for me,
Mhm.
I will feed the child first before I eat this food.
It's okay. Me, I'm not poisoning you. I'm not
How
poisoning
do I
you. Trust
know?
me.
How do I
I'm
know?
gonna cook for you.
Mtajuaje?
I'm
Mama
gonna do
Pua.
everything for you normally, but I'm not talking, okay?
Mhm.
So at the back of your mind, you're asking, what's our next move?
Me, I'll just leave you.
I'ma leave you.
What exactly? What's
very
our
fast.
next move?
And
You see,
want
after you
it's
come,
it's torturing your brain.
you come back today. 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 You come back today. I'm gone. Okay, like that day, I'm not even sleeping in the same
unachanga na
house.
vitu kwa nyumba, you go start a life in
But
I'll be
Vita,
shocked.
Now you
Straight
see
up.
you're the one being
Yeah.
tortured at the end of the day.
no. By me leaving, I avoid the torture.
enda kuishi Karatina.
One time.
I'll be shocked, but trust me, that's the medicine I'm gonna give you. Like I'll
The
torture
reason
you
the reason I asked-
psychologically.
The reason I asked is that question is because we have a podcast called Safe Space.
Yeah.
So this week there was this story of this girl who went to surprise
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
the
man.
boy, the
Guy.
man.
Do not do that.
And the first
Styles.
thing anapata ni zile viatu za madem zile hapo nje and kufunguana wapata waki.
Mm-hmm.
So
In several different positions. Did she record for Telegram?
she was so mad.
Uh-huh.
So, but the problem with her ni wale she's so emotional. Alibaki akilia and then the guy akafukuza the other girl wakabaki na yeye.
Yeah, I'm convinced, Sasa.
And they are back
Maybe
together.
ilikuwa
Ilikuwa.
You don't do that.
Listen,
You don't,
ilikuwa.
you don't do that.
Alinyamnya
No,
pia
they are
hiyo.
back together. She said, she
But-
told us, the man explained and she realized that
She was
also,
all one.
yeah, she was also not giving him enough attention.
see.
No,
That's
but
why
it's
I
true.
asked. That's why I
Listen.
said. That's why I said you need to
Listen,
find
it's true.
out when a partner cheats. Ask.
Why?
You could be we could be one of Kidam Kosawa, but
No,
you're not
no,
Like,
okay.
yeah.
no,
Trust
you
me,
see,
it's
Katie,
true.
you see, like with you and your policy of sex once a month. Okay, maybe this man likes it thrice a day. Okay, and you're here telling him I like to watch you do that thing.
Cook that tea.
Yeah, nyonga yo kitu. Okay, and then he meets Akinyi. Akinyi likes giving it up. He's like, come 4 times a day. Kujia, come get it. And you're there telling this man, oh no, come back next week. The shop is closed. You know who does say it? And then this man cheats on you. Isn't it your fault?
I don't think it's still my
Why?
fault. It's not my fault. Why didn't you tell me you're not
No,
okay
I
with the
told you.
policy?
Men are sexually active.
No, if you didn't tell me now and I find you cheating, it is not my
Am
fault.
I
Yes.
lying?
It is
Men are
not.
sexually active, naturally
Yes.
sexually active.
It is
Yes.
not my
Very-
fault.
Very active.
Hey, it is not
If you
my
do
fault.
not give me this
When a
thing,
guy-
I will find a place to get this thing. Okay, like it is that
Then
simple.
it bad.
Never let your man step out the house
you
with
get-
a full nut. Empty that man like a garbage can. Okay? Everything inside him, put it inside you.
And the fact that
And let him go
the fact
out.
that this guy mwenye alipatwa, he was willing to chase the girl alipatwa na yeye, baki na
course.
huyu means that he loves
Value.
this. Yeah, he values this one.
Value.
That's why the other one alipatwa akapewa tu fair. Nda kweli.
Tengeria.
Inoka.
No, Cheki. That's what I'm saying. Because sometimes
Lazima aje nikiambiwa inoka.
Wewe unadhani kwa pachali yako kiasi
Mimi
yake?
nadhani niko kwa
Manzi
chali
yake
yangu.
anakuja.
Manzi yake anakuja.
Unapewa fair.
Hey, ati inoka.
Tutabonga.
I witnessed
Down
something similar. So this man apparently used to yum his house help. Okay? And we were at a certain balcony for 20 kama kawaida. And so it's like at around 7. It's evening. There is some darkness to this. But it's balcony.
Shadows.
So these two balconies have their balcony lights on. This particular balcony doesn't. So you can pretty much see what is
Shadows.
happening in the middle balcony. Not that clearly. So this house help comes to the balcony like she's trying to unhang clothes, right? And then goes like she's about, this man comes out to the balcony as well. Then she goes like she's getting charcoal from the gunia down there. This man put that dress over her head and was inside that like, what? You get? He was doing her on the balcony, okay?
Wow.
And nearly got caught by his wife.
Getting different charcoals.
Different charcoals. He was nearly caught by his wife on that incident because she had come to the kitchen to check on the
But
food.
it was an accident.
So he pulled out so effortlessly. Okay. Like he was now checking on the clothes, kama zimekauka. Okay. And just seamlessly walked back into the house. But about 2 months down, he was caught on top of
The same.
the same house girl. But hey, I can understand him. The Sianda on this house girl was majestic. Oh,
Siandering.
Siandering everywhere. But hey, he was caught and chased away because apparently, and this is where this comes down to. The woman was paying all the bills in that house.
Oh no.
She was paying rent, food, everything. He was actually jobless.
Way to wrong, nigga.
The nigga got
No,
jobby.
not only am I, not only am I chasing
That man got jobbied.
Remember, job your way home.
not only am I chasing you away, you deserve a slap at that point. You know, you don't have no job.
Adi, let me tell you, ukimfukuza wenda utampea fare.
Yup.
Mimi,
Kwenda nyumbani. Go back to Webuye.
hata ikiwezekana na kutoa hadi mango umevaa utembee uchi kwa sababu possibility to me was both them too.
Yeah, so there was another incident I saw where this woman was beaten by the man. Okay. And then she got so pissed off because, and this is like a recurring theme. She was also the trousers of the relationship, as General Mosquito is saying. She was wearing the trousers, and she was so pissed off. She got out of the house. Unani piga, you're beating me, and the boxers you're wearing I bought for you. You're beating me, and I'm feeding you.
Remove them.
It was so embarrassing.
Remove them.
The entire neighborhood was out, and this man was so embarrassed.
Yeah.
Right? Because apparently he
Just
didn't.
get a visa. No, Djibouti wanaenda bila visa.
You fly to Djibouti.
Djibouti, see, if you marry one, you get, no, Eritrea. Is it Eritrea where you get an extra one?
Yeah.
That is, yo, what's up, Eritrea? This is the one and only Kavlish. I'm trying to visit your hood. I'm trying to get me some Eritrean women. Are they hot? Are they fun
Yeah,
things?
very hot.
Yeah, so.
Oh man, have you seen Eritreans?
Hey.
Check out Ruby Rose, man.
Who's Ruby Rose?
Woof. Check out. Angalia tu.
Very for
On your own
women.
personal time.
Ruby Rose the hoe?
You won't. Yeah, the whole. You won't imagine she's from Eritrea.
Oh,
But they're just.
Why are you calling her the whole though?
Some countries are so poor.
well, she is.
You know.
Who's
Yeah.
Ruby Rose?
I know she's
The American one.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a hoe.
She's not an American. She's an Eritrean.
Okay, she
She's
lives in
African.
America, right?
Yeah.
Gets fucked by rappers, right? And NBA players, right? Exactly. No difference. Okay. And
G.
yeah, you see, no difference. She's for hire. Okay, she follows them on tour to get
She's
tapped
an
out.
artist, I'm saying.
Okay, whatever her art is, okay, we accept her as an artist.
She's a free spirit.
A free spirited artist. Maybe no, she's a paid spirit. Nothing is free with Ruby Rose. But what I'm saying is, so this man was also getting bought for everything, and there's a recurring
Lakini
thing.
surely, that's so disrespectful. Unacheat na box umebaiwa.
Hey, the audacity. After you're like, I love you telling the woman, pull down my boxers, as if they're not yours.
That nigga
So
should
they're
be
yours.
You given.
That nigga should be looking for work.
So they're hired,
Yeah.
borrowed.
Yeah. You've been given
Hire
to wear
purchase.
them.
That nigga,
Should be looking for work. Not women.
not women.
Bana. Bro,
What if-
take
what-
kazi wanaita madem.
What if his job?
Misplaced by priorities.
What if his job is women? What if he's Frankie just Jimmy?
Anyway, you guys, let's wrap it up.
Taxi driver,
Anyway,
As we come to a conclusion of this subject, I want everybody to give me their last, their closing remarks on this. Joe Mosquito says, Katie, how do you know they are hot?
I've seen them.
Hmm?
I've seen them.
You've seen Ruby Rose?
No, I've seen. I don't know even Ruby Rose. I don't know her, but I've seen Eritrean women.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should introduce me. Yeah.
Nimeona kwa mtandao sio like.
Ah. Me, I thought you live in Hurlingham.
I'll introduce you. Talk to me nice.
Yeah. Talk to me nice.
That's
Or don't
nice.
talk at all. Yeah, what are your closing remarks, Joby?
Well, personally, all I'd say to conclude all this in terms of domestic violence,
Mhm.
one, I think we need to take us way back into. I don't agree what you say. Even if it used to exist where you had our grandparents beating our grandmothers and
Mhm.
all that.
I just cited history. I didn't say it was right.
Mm-hmm.
I cited history.
Anyway.
Please, do not put words in my mouth.
It's okay.
Mhm.
I believe we should go back to the right history, to the right
Yeah.
cultures,
Yeah.
where I believe couples can sit down and talk down their issues. Because imagine if this, what you want to make a norm, this actually one of the things that is contributing to divorces.
Mhm.
Imagine how many baby mamas, baby daddies you'll have to jump onto because of escaping violence.
No, that is literally jump on.
Jump on whatever that is, because when I try to relate with the case of my dad, the reason why they divorced with my mom is because he was abusive
Mhm.
even before me being born, and to my stepdad the same, he was abusive, and I used to watch this and I was like, nah, I hope my mom can just walk out, and eventually she did, but I think later she was like, I can't keep on doing this. So that's why I'm saying you have the option of staying single as well, where if you feel like it's not working, maybe it's not meant to work, just
You're saying there are women that are just meant to be single.
maybe, I'm just saying maybe, I didn't say that it's supposed to be like that, maybe, because you can't keep on hoping on relationships, they are not working.
Yeah.
If like Katie said, your attraction is toxic men, you can't keep on attracting toxic, people who are beating you up, so you have to sit down, question yourself what the problem is, figure yourself out before you get to attract the next man. So one of the ways we can also do this, we need also counseling. You mentioned counseling. Apart from, we need to be having therapists who can talk to young women who have undergone this. Not only young women, we have children, because we're talking about child trauma, physical trauma of beating. We're talking about also trauma of you watching your parents being abused. I believe all this needs to be addressed. So
Yeah.
stop being violent. That's all I'd say.
As for me, I'd say one, I think you remember back in the days, I've seen, not even back in the days, I've seen when I was growing up, there's this point, maybe your parents could disagree, and then they don't fight. And now there's
Excuse themselves.
no, not even excuse themselves. The elders come in and they settle the issue, and things go back to normal. You see, they don't fight. So there are better ways of dealing with your issues in a relationship, in a marriage. There are better ways of dealing with your issues. You don't have to fight. You don't have to kill each other for you to deal with.
You do not have to slaughter the kids.
Yes, you even don't have to involve the kids in your drama. They are not involved in your drama. You found each other, you call those kids. So your kids are not involved in the drama. They just like you're just involving them because they are your kids. But at the end of the day, they are just innocent souls who don't know even what you're asking each other. So there are better ways of dealing with this thing, with the violence. And also, I forgot this point. Okay, it went. But anyway,
Amanda.
Amen.
It's Joby.
It's Joby. But also, I think now young people, we should also, I feel like everybody feels frustrated with the life. Life has frustrated everybody, and this is why we have so much anger towards everything. We are approaching everything in anger. Everybody is full of rage, you say. So at the moment now you get into a relationship, you just bitter with everything. So the moment now, maybe ukuji hapa hivi uniambie, you know, I don't love this. I feel like you're trying to fight with me, and I approach it wrongly. So we
Negatively.
should, yes, negatively. And now this is why we should also have these counselors, we should have therapists, because this is something that now it is destroying even marriages. This is why right now we don't even have upright families, because now I'm growing right now I'm growing in an economy that even doesn't allow me to have time to rest. I'm full of rage. I'm tired. You see, I'm just tired with the life. You know. So I feel like, yes, that issue of therapist, it should be like highly looked at. It should be highly looked at, because at the end of the day, we should not be seeing people killing each other. My last point is that you know, I cannot be a lesbian. I'll follow these men up to the grave. I will follow them up to the grave. So wewe ni chape, kesho niko na mwingine. But at the end of the day, no, this is not what we want. You know, this is now a notion that has been put at ukienda, wanaume does this, sijui girls does this. You know, just find your person. Msipigane, kama muelewani si lazima mkae pamoja. You are not born together. You know, you are not born together. It's not a must for you to stay together. Kama haiwezi, mbona una force? Usi force.
Una force why?
Why are you forcing?
Wachana na.
Yes.
Yeah. Demora.
Sad.
Sam.
You know, gender-based violence is a very complex issue that needs to be looked at in a multifaceted way. I've seen it firsthand. There's an organization that I work with that works with women. So I've been to Narok, and I saw victims of abuse. So one thing that we really need to fix is our support system. We need to fix our support system so that we can support these victims better. They need medical help, they need psychological help, they need some of them even need financial help for them to get out of, you know, there are people who they are in an abusive relationship but they have no way out. As if they leave, they have nowhere else to go. So that's why we need to fix our support system. We should have a system that supports victims of gender-based violence. And then we said that one of the causes is history of violence. So this history of violence is what makes us project the violence to other people. So as parents, as young parents, you should make an effort to be better than maybe what is. So as J. Cole says, you've got to raise your daughter to be better than you, as in your son to be better than you. So you have to raise your kids to be better than you. You can't raise your kid, you beat your mother, and there's a very high possibility if you beat the mother, they'll do the same.
So they will beat.
Yeah, if your son,
they will be beaten.
If your son grow up seeing you beat your wife, the probability of him doing the same is very high. So be better, set good example for your kids, and then I think we need. Sometimes I feel like we don't treat this issue with the seriousness it deserves. Maybe it's because some of us have never experienced it firsthand, as in seen victims. People even die. And then we also need to treat the violence on men more seriously, because you see, I'm saying it's violence on men and Kitty is laughing. That's how we don't treat it seriously. We need to treat it more seriously, because men are suffering. There are men who get beaten.
Have you ever been beaten?
No, I'm not married. So we need to treat it more seriously. So that's what I can say about this whole issue.
Keith is saying that's not true. Men don't cheat on their wives. It's a choice. I never cheated while I was married, and I was never faithful when I was just dating. Good clarification. Okay? It depends with what kind of marriage you have.
Cheating is a choice.
Okay? It also goes on to say sex is physical for men. Exactly, Katie. And for women, it's emotional. Like, I'm going to give you a recipe. take your girl out on a date, hujaipatiwa hiyo kitu hivyo. For those that understand what I said, I'm not saying it in English. Okay? General Mosquito goes on to say, right, young man, so we can support victims like Joby. Yeah, but to be honest, I think Joby is the predator too. How can you get beaten up by a woman? General Mosquito goes on to say. But my closing remarks on this topic are, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Do not instigate, do not start a fight you can't finish. Okay? Do not bite more than you can chew. Choose the right woman for you. Do not be too cocky. Do not think, I will tame her. Do not choose the right man for you. Do not think some of us are too toxic and you're all just out here trying to tame us. Okay? Don't try to do that. Find your type. Women always out here feeling like, I can change him. I can change him. You can change him and he's beating you every week. Get what I mean? Get yours. And when I mean yours, get somebody that doesn't look at you like boxing practice, like a speed bag. Okay? Don't tolerate violence. And when I say this, I don't mean just men hitting women. Even if you're a man and your wife is hitting you, leave. Do not be ashamed to go to the cops and say, my wife is violent.
My wife beat me.
Okay? And I will not stay in that house with this woman. And then go to her parents and tell them, Mina warudishia mtoto wetu. I will give you your daughter back. I will Joby your wife. Okay? Your wife has been Jobied. Till tomorrow, on the Black Kings frequency, it's the one and only Camlish. I'm gonna see you later, people.
See you guys on the Africa Today show. Peace, family.
Much love, family. Hope to see you tomorrow early in the morning on the Vibe Show. Karibuni.
General Mosquito closes the show by saying, exactly, Camlish, women should focus on changing themselves.
You don't want to be changed. Why is it, Joe? Ujacha nani hapa?